Hello everybody, it is Tom and welcome to another video. So today we are back with the Heartstopper Soundtrack Deep Dives, and last time we looked at episode 1, the wonderful songs in episode 1, and today we're going to be looking at episode 2. So if you did not watch the last installment of Heartstopper Soundtrack Deep Dives, what we're going to do here is we are going to look at the songs that were in episode 2 of Heartstopper. We're going to talk about the lyrics, we're going to talk about how they were used in the scene, and what they might mean in relation to the characters and the story. So that's what we're going to do. But before we get started, I just wanted to quickly say, in case you missed it, we are doing a fundraiser for the Trevor Project, and you can either donate directly to the Trevor Project, or you can get yourself a t-shirt that proclaims your golden retriever status or love for the golden retrievers of the world on its front. So anyway, thank you very much to people who have already donated or bought this t-shirt. None of the proceeds go to me. They all go directly to the Trevor Project. So definitely consider donating if you would like to help out an organization that's doing a lot of good for queer kids. All right, so episode 2 features 4 songs, and they are Sappho by Frankie Cosmos, Girls by Girl in Red, Dance With Me by beabadoobee, and Why Am I Like This by Orla Gartland. Okay, so we're going to start off with Sappho. So this is the song that's playing in the very first scene, where after Charlie has played his drums and Nick has had the flashback about what happened to Charlie last year with him being bullied, and then as they're texting back and forth, we hear Sappho playing.
From the street I see your window and I look up in.
So let's talk about the lyrics here. So we have, from the street I see your window and I look up in. Is that even your house? Is that Sappho you're reading? Is it cool when I don't care? Yeah, with this, we get kind of the impression of looking at someone from afar, someone you don't really know very well because, is that even your house? You don't even know where they live. But you're looking at someone from afar and just being really interested in little details about them, like, for example, what they're reading. And, I mean, of course, obviously, there's queer undertones because Sappho. So I think this does a good job of representing how Nick is feeling at this point, because he and Charlie don't really know each other all that well at this point. But nonetheless, Nick is finding himself kind of more and more interested in everything having to do with Charlie, and just thinking that things Charlie's interested in are interesting because Charlie's interested in them. And then we have, can you feel me in the air, under the crack in the door, can you tell I have no floor, and I'm shivering just thinking, where have you been all these minutes? Okay, so where have you been all these minutes sounds like Charlie waiting for Nick to text back, or Nick waiting for Charlie to text back as they talk back and forth. So then we have, I'm sorry if I have been a real bad friend. This makes me think about the flashback that Nick just had to himself kind of standing by while Charlie got bullied. They didn't know each other back then, but nonetheless, Nick was there. Nick saw what was going on, but he didn't stand up for Charlie when the bullying was going on. So this could be Nick kind of worrying that he has been a bad friend by not standing up for Charlie in the past. Now, he has now stood up for Charlie against Ben, and will continue to stand up for Charlie, but in the past he did not. Your face too close to mine to hear you talk. This could be that when there's someone you're interested in, and you're with them, and when their face is close to yours, you get so distracted that you can't even hear what they're saying. You can't even hear what's going on. So this definitely kind of hints at the attraction that Nick is going to feel towards Charlie in the future, and maybe is feeling now, for all we know. So then, can you tell I have no floor? I'm not grounded. The feeling of losing your footing, kind of like being off balance with this sudden attraction or interest into someone, or interest in someone. Yeah, so I think overall this song, I mean, we've got the queer undertones with the mention of Sappho. We've got the feeling of being far away from someone but really focused on them. similarly to how Nick is in his bedroom, Charlie is in his bedroom, but they're both totally focused on each other while they're texting. We have Nick worrying that he was not a good friend to Charlie before they were friends, but Nick worrying that he did a bad thing by not standing up for Charlie when he was being bullied the previous year. So, yeah. I mean, I think that's a pretty good song for this moment. All right, so moving on, the next song is Girls by Girl in Red. And this one plays while this plays during the montage of Elle at school, kind of looking at the other girls, and Tara and Darcy in particular, and wishing that she could kind of find friends at school. So this, of course, is a very, very gay song. But yeah, so we have I've been hiding for so long. These feelings, they're not gone. Can I tell anyone? Afraid of what they'll say. So I push them away. I'm acting so strange. Now, what this song is about is being a girl who is realizing that she is attracted to girls. And it's interesting with Elle because the assumption is that Elle is straight. But I checked the wiki, and according to the Heartstopper wiki or the Alice Oseman wiki, I can't remember which one it was, but it's not stated what Elle's sexuality is. And we also have Tao making the statement of being the token straight friend in the friend group.
As your token straight friend, it's my duty to remind you that sometimes people are straight.
Which would suggest that he is the only one who is straight. So it's not beyond the realm of possibility that Elle could be queer, maybe pansexual or bisexual or something like that. Now, of course, if you have inside knowledge on this, or you've seen somewhere where Alice said what Elle's sexuality was for sure, please let me know. But we don't actually know if Elle has any romantic feeling towards girls or not. We don't know. Aside from that, though, we could definitely also apply these lyrics to Elle realizing she's trans in the past, of hiding. I've been hiding for so long. These feelings, they're not gone. Can I tell anyone? Afraid of what they'll say, so I push them away. So it could refer to being trans and hiding it and then eventually coming to terms with it. But, obviously the more apt part of the song is the chorus. They're so pretty, it hurts. I'm not talking about boys, I'm talking about girls. They're so pretty with their button-up shirts. Regardless of how Elle feels about girls in general, romantically, I think it just feels like Elle is in an all-girls space for the first time. And she wants, she's seeing kind of the allure of being around all these girls and this purely girl space, which she's never really experienced before. So it does just seem like Elle looking out at the other girls and wanting to be a part of that world, because she is in that world, but she's not in that world yet because she hasn't made any friends. Okay, so then we have I shouldn't be feeling this, but it's too hard to resist. Soft skin and soft lips. I should be into this guy, but it's just a waste of time. He's really not my type. I know what I like. No, this is not a phase or a coming of age. This will never change. So again, just the idea of like facing who you are even though society disapproves, and accepting who you are and what you like. And that's definitely a journey that Elle has been through. And that's basically it for this song. So yeah, I would say in general, Elle's experience as a trans person, possibly Elle's feelings towards women. We don't know how she feels about girls. But mostly just Elle wishing that she could enter into the world of pretty girls and be a part of it. So, yeah. Okay, the next song is Dance With Me by beabadoobee, and this plays during the snowball fight with Nick and Charlie.
This is what you do at parties, right?
So, there are very few lyrics in this song, so I'm just going to go through all of them. So we have, if you want to dance, then dance with me. It's pretty fast, but this is what you do at parties, right? And I know it's hard to tell, but I think I really like you. Just take it slow and move your feet to the beat. 'Cause if we dance, then you don't have to speak. And I know it's hard to tell, but I think I really like you. So, of course, a beautiful song and perfectly fits kind of the magical moment that is the snowball fight. But the general idea of this song is that you're at a party with a person you like, and you're pretty sure they like you too, but maybe both of you are kind of too shy to say anything. And so you end up dancing together because that's what you do at parties, right? And you're hoping that they can tell that you like them without you having to say anything. So I feel like this does fit the snowball scene because both Nick and Charlie really like each other at this point, and they're having a wonderful time playing together in the snow. And the whole "this is what you do at parties, right" thing is talking about like doing what's expected. And what else are you meant to do when you're two teen guys and there's a snowfall but play in the snow? So they're doing what's expected, they're playing in the snow together, and they both really like each other and are trying to kind of find their footing, but they're taking it slow and showing each other without speaking that they really like each other. So that's my interpretation of this song. Okay, moving on to the last one, which this is hands down one of my favorite songs from the soundtrack, Why Am I Like This by Orla Gartland. And he's scratching on his scratching pad. Give him a sec. Yeah, so this is playing during the whole scene where Nick has just come back from Charlie's house after wanting to touch Charlie's hand, having the moment when they were sitting together on that tiny, tiny stool on Charlie's drum set. I think Benny might want to come up. Here he is. Here's a Benny. There's a Benny. Okay. So this song is playing after Nick has returned home from Charlie's house, and he's had just a whole afternoon/evening of realizing his feelings for Charlie. So, like, there was the moment of them sitting together playing the drums, and him, like, feeling things during that moment. There was him wanting to touch Charlie's hand while they were watching a movie, and of course, the cuddly hug at the door. So Nick goes home, and Why Am I Like This plays while he's pondering his feelings.
So why am I like this? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Why am I?
So it starts out with, last night I smoked a cigarette. My dad would have been so upset. Then we got tattoos by the coast, and I just stood there like a ghost. So this to me feels like doing something that your parents wouldn't approve of if they knew. So potentially Nick wondering how his parents might feel if they knew that he was not straight. And then we have, maybe I'm an old soul trapped in a young body. Maybe you don't really want me there at your birthday party. This feels like a feeling of separation from your peers, or feeling like you don't really belong or you're different from the people around you. And of course, Nick with the rugby lads who are his friends at this part and at this point, and Harry as well. Maybe you don't really want me there at your birthday party. So now, obviously, we don't know about Harry's birthday party yet because that happens in the next episode. But I feel like this could give us the idea of, if my friends knew about me, they wouldn't want to hang out with me. If Harry knew that I was some manner of queer, he wouldn't want me at his birthday party. So that's a possible interpretation. Okay, and then I'll be there in the corner thinking right over every single word of the conversation we just had. So this really fits what Nick is going through right now, which is looking back over his time with Charlie that day and probably other days as well, and trying to figure out how he feels. And then we go into, why am I like this? 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 Etc. So asking why am I like this, the idea of kind of not understanding your own feelings, feeling kind of confused and upset, not wanting to feel this way. And of course, this is a direct reference to the fact that Nick and Charlie are always saying, why are we like this, in the comics and also in the show. And then we have, I saw a girl crying on the train, gin and tonic from a can to ease the pain, and I never asked if she was okay. She just got up and walked away. So this one is seeing someone in pain but not helping them, which to me could again refer back to Nick kind of standing by and doing nothing when Charlie was getting bullied the year before. I mean, if we want to stretch it, we could say it could be foreshadowing kind of how he hurts Imogen with his eventual rejection, but I'm more inclined to say that this is like a Charlie getting bullied sort of thing. Okay, and then oh, it's like I'm looking down from the ceiling above, never in the moment, never giving enough. Let's go out and shout the words we never said. I've got mistakes on loop inside my head. So looking down from the ceiling above has that feeling of looking at yourself from the outside, kind of analyzing yourself, maybe feeling like you don't recognize yourself, and you're not really in the moment. You're thinking instead of being in the moment. Let's go out and shout the words we never said. So Nick kind of wanting to say things that he didn't say to Charlie in the moment, and then the song closes again with the old soul trapped in a young body. Maybe you don't want me there at your birthday party. I'll be there in the corner, thinking right over every single word of the conversation we just had. So this song, very much about stepping outside yourself and analyzing yourself, about feeling separate from the people around you, and about wondering why you feel the way you do or why you act the way you do, which really fits Nick in this scene. So, okay, and that's it for the songs of this episode. What are your thoughts about these songs from episode 2? Which ones are your favorite? We will do a poll about that, so you can feel free not to say that yet if you don't want to. But in the community tab, we'll be doing a poll about your favorite songs from episode 2. What are your interpretations of these songs? What do you think about the way that they fit into these episodes and stuff like that? I don't know. Okay, well, that is it for this video, and we'll be back again with episode 3, which also has some amazing music in it. Spoiler alert, all of the episodes have amazing music in them. Alright, if you're going to come up here, I'm going to pick you up. What do you have to say for yourself? Are you a silly boy? Alright, he wants attention, and I will give it to him as soon as I'm done here. So thank you so much for thank you so much to the patrons, and a special thanks to our Nick Nelson members, Kelly Walker, Book Nerd Charlie, and Paul Z. Thank you so much, guys, for being patrons and awesome. Though everyone here is awesome, regardless of whether you're a patron or not. Let's see, we talked about the t-shirt at the start, so get yourself a t-shirt if you would like, and if not, that's fine too. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching and liking and commenting and being here and being awesome, and I will see you guys next time. So I hope you're having a wonderful day or afternoon or evening or night or dawn or dusk or insert time of day here, and I will see you next time. All right, bye.